Yo, what's good YouTube, man? It's Gary with the Fan TV, man. Back at another video. Like the content of the video, go smash that like button. Like the content of this channel, go ahead and subscribe, man. Look, so Ravens training camp day 9. We're gonna get into it, talk about what happened out there on the field today. Now, today was a lighter practice, so we're talking about no pads. They were kind of going through everything half speed. They do some 11 on 11 stuff, but not a lot of action. All right, just to be completely honest, okay. But start with the injuries. Same guys as that we know. Keith Mitchell, Isaiah TJ Tampa. Now we did get an update on Trayvon Mullen, shoulder injury, which we knew, but John Harbaugh said he's going to be out a couple of weeks with that injury. Okay, Deontay Hardy's still out, and Rashad Nichols, right? Rashad Nichols is out as well. Okay, all right. Now, two guys that returned to practice that were out the previous day. Rashad Bateman came back. Tez Walker came back. Right, so good to have those guys back out there on the field, especially Rashad Bateman as he continues to work up and get ready for the regular season. Don't want him to miss too many days. So glad that he was able to be back out there for practice once again. All right. Only end up missing the end of the day that he got hurt and one practice yesterday. So all in all, not too bad, right? So I'm happy that happened for Rashad Bateman. Now, as far as what happened out there on the field, like I said, light work today. Not too many pads, but they did go full speed when they went 11 on 11s, but probably no hitting, no, you know what I mean? But story of the day, Lamar Jackson, very, very sharp today, on point, all over the field, hitting his receivers, right? Now, according to Jonah Schaefer, right, in 7 on 7s, Lamar Jackson was 7 for 8. And 11 on 11, Lamar Jackson was 7 for 7. So we're talking about a 14 out of 15 kind of day for Lamar Jackson today. So, and he said a lot of big boy throws too. So pushing the ball down the field, tight windows is what I'm assuming he means by that, right? This is nothing out of ordinary from what Lamar Jackson has been doing since he's come back, right? So some of the plays he hit, Zay Flowers, deep post, touchdown. I'm sure we'll get that probably on the Ravens Twitter feed later today, right? We'll get that play. And a pass to Derrick Henry in the end zone. Pass to Derrick Henry in the red zone for a touchdown. All right, so those two things are elements that I want to talk about as well, right? The deep passing game is something that the Ravens need to desperately work on to actually get down the field. The thought of Zay Flowers being a guy that last year was mainly used underneath, right? He had some explosive plays when you think about the Cincinnati play, some other games where they hit him on some deep over routes, right? But, the idea is that Zay Flowers is a guy that can do it all, right? And that's including getting down the field. So I'm glad that they hit him on a deep post route and get that connection going because obviously him and Lamar trust each other. They have a good relationship. So that's only going to deepen as we get closer to the season, right? Now, as far as Derrick Henry receiving touchdown, right? I was skeptical of the Derrick Henry sound. I mean, we haven't played any games yet, so no, you can't call it either way just yet. But I was skeptical of the Derrick Henry sound just because of how limited, in Tennessee he was in the passing game, right? Now, just from seeing the training camp highlights and what the reports are saying, it seems like the Ravens do have the emphasis of getting him involved in the passing game. Now, I don't expect him to be high volume, but I think they want to be to a point where just because Derrick Henry's on the field, that doesn't mean we're running the ball. Just because Derrick Henry's on the field doesn't mean that he's not going to go out for a route and at least get out into the flat or run a quick in route on a option route on a linebacker, right? He will get out the backfield and do something, right? Now, like I said, I don't expect him to have the kind of impact in the pass game, say, a Justice Hill or a Keith Mitchell might have on this team. But I do like the fact that they're constantly involving him in the passing game, right? We'll see. Maybe Derrick Henry was underutilized in Tennessee as far as catching the football, and he has better hands than I know of. Than he's led the show. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that with this is a sign that the Ravens will actually use him all as an all around back as well, right? He just doesn't have to be short yardage, first down, second down. If you could keep the defense on their heels, that when Derrick Henry's in the game, you really don't know what's going to happen. That's only going to be a major plus for the Ravens, right? All right, but as far as Lamar Jackson, right? So Lamar Jackson being 14 out of 15 today, 7 for 7 in the 11s. To me, that's major, right? And it's really what he's been doing this entire week, right? Lamar, we talked about it before. He had the illness, he's bounced back, and this week, since he's been back this entire week so far, I mean, the first 3 days. They practice on the weekend too, so we count that 4 practices. He's been sharp, right? He's been lights out, right? And the interception numbers is going down and down. I haven't heard they didn't report at least that this is the second day in a row he didn't throw an interception, right? So if he went 14 for 15, I'm assuming that one pass it was just a regular incomplete, right? So that means Lamar Jackson back-to-back days has to throw interceptions, right? So when he first came back, it was maybe one, two in a day. Now back-to-back days, no interceptions, right? So one, you're pushing the ball down the field, right? We want to see the Ravens have more explosive plays in the passing game because they have the talent to do it. And two, you're protecting the football, right? So if the Ravens can bring these kind of things into the regular season, they're going to be a dangerous offense. And the thing that I would say I admire most about Lamar Jackson as a football player, right, is that every year he gets better, right? It's never really been a year where Lamar Jackson seems to stagnate, right? Like, oh, well, last year he did this better. Last year he did that better. I mean, we're going into year 7, and each year he's throwing the football better and better and better, right? So we'll see what happens as far as this year, how many yards he can get to and things like that, staying healthy and everything like that. But I really like where the direction of this Ravens offense is going. Lamar Jackson seems to be a guy that has full confidence right now in this Todd Monken offense, and he's out there just dealing, right? He's comfortable. He's comfortable in the pocket, comfortable making plays. If he has to move, he will. So Lamar Jackson, I would say that he's set up once again for a very, very strong season, and that should be a surprise to no one, right? So he didn't win MVP last year for no reason, right? I know a lot of people try to downplay his MVP because of the numbers or whatever, but when you look at the play last year, it wasn't too many quarterbacks out there better than Lamar Jackson, right? It just wasn't, all right? So I'm looking for another successful season from him, and according to this report that he's getting better and better each and every day, right? We're not hearing about, oh, well, it was errant here, ball was sailing. That's not the Lamar Jackson we're hearing. We're getting accurate, underneath, and we're hitting some deep balls as well, right? I love it, right? So this Ravens offense can continue to get sharper and sharper every day, and they're going against one of the best defenses in the league as well. We got to remember that. So to do what they're doing right now against a really, really good defensive unit is even more impressive. So, that's the training camp report for today. Light day, but that takes nothing away from that the fact that Lamar Jackson was excellent today in practice. 14 out of 15 with multiple touchdown passes today and was sharp all around. So that's the training camp report for today, man. Give me your thoughts in the comments. We'll talk about it there. But it's Gabriel. It's on TV. I'm out.